Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Over the Potato. This is Factorio Undefeatable, and this is a video that is going to be delving into all of the mods that I am using in the Factorio Undefeatable series. And just a quick little note, my Patreons will get this video a little bit earlier than everybody else as a thank you for the continued support that they are giving me. It really does make a huge difference, and every little helps on the route to making this a thing that I do more regularly, because I absolutely love it. YouTube is a great place to be, and I love making videos for it. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's go and have a look at some of the mods that we've got installed. Now, first one on the list is one that we have used before. I thoroughly enjoyed it in the last series that I did. The last series, by the way, was a lightly modded series. It wasn't a very heavily modded series of Factorio that we did. However, this series, on the other hand, is packed full of mods, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's really fun. I really like playing around with all these mods. So aircraft, as you can probably tell, it gives you the tech that you need to make aircraft. You get 3 aircraft, if I'm not mistaken. One is a gunship. One is no, you get 4 aircraft actually, don't you? Yeah, you get like the gunship, you get a cargo ship, you get a bigger gunship, and then you get like a carrier, like a big plane or something. I don't know. It's aircraft. It's cool. It's pretty understandable. If you want an example of that working, then probably better check out my other series, because I use it often there. It's very good. Really looking forward to getting aircraft set up. The base mod, yeah, it's Factorio. Yoky Industries. So this is a little bit of an interesting one. I don't really know much about this, but the important thing is that we can grow trees, and we can manipulate the world in a way that is different to to what you can do in the base game. By growing trees, biocannon to help with expansion, biogarden to reduce pollution. So a whole bunch of added functionality that really adds to the more natural side of the game, I suppose. And then there are a whole bunch of mods here, and honestly, I don't really know the differences between them. I mean, greenhouse, it's a greenhouse. It makes wood. What a fucking dickish thing to write. Like, that's a terrible description. But anyway, these are all of the Bob's mods, not Yoky Industries. All of the Bob's mods here that add a whole bunch of depth to the game. I would say that these are really at the core of this modded playthrough. Bob's mods really changes the game in such a core way. It's really insane, and this is a huge overhaul of the game, fundamentally, right? I mean, it changes the circuits so that it's a lot more effort to get the circuits. As you can probably see, if you look at the first episode, you'll see us manufacturing the basic electronic circuit. That uses wood in a circuit, and in the base game of Factorio, there is no such thing as wood in a circuit. It's just not the done thing. So a huge overhaul. That's what Bob's Mods is. It adds a whole bunch of minerals in, and yeah, more and more items, more depth, more complexity, chemicals. It's awesome. I guess the names of all of these different components give you a little bit of a, what is this, Ditech module? No, it's fine. They give you a little bit of an indication as to what this actually does. Research progress saver. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, whole bunch of stuff, more weapons as well. It's awesome. The bucket wheel excavator. So this was kind of like something that I just added on a whim. I was just looking through the Factorio mods website, the mods portal of the Factorio website, and I thought, what would be really cool is a large bucket wheel extractor. You know those big things that you see in quarries sometimes? They're just a huge wheel that just dig into the side of the mountain. That's what this is. That's a bucket wheel excavator. I have no idea how to make it, but I'm really looking forward to just getting a couple more visuals into the world, because a lot of mods have upgraded mines, so you might have like a fast mine, and then a super fast mine, and then a fast, unbelievably uber fast mine, right? But I'm really hoping that this can be a mod that changes it up a little bit and changes the pace, just a little bit of a difference. The clock, it's kind of, I don't know, needed apparently. Cool, I guess. Great. Whoop-de-doo. Explosive Termites, honestly, one of my favorite games of all... one of my favorite mods of all time in Factorio. It was a mod that I used in my last playthrough, and quite simply, all it does is it adds explosive termites, and you can clear trees out at a horrendously fast rate. And honestly, it's fantastic. It really, really is fantastic. It is really, really good. And I love it to bits. I absolutely love it to bits. Yeah, so clearing trees, it's crazy. This is an interesting one, okay? This is Factorissimo, okay? Cool. You heard it. It's weird name. Kind of weird, right? What it does, right, is it allows you to place down factories in the world, and you can walk inside those factories, and inside those factories, you can build more stuff. I'm telling you, this is going to be awesome. This description doesn't scratch the surface. I actually went into a free play, and I checked this out. This is amazing. It is truly, truly, truly fantastic. Yeah, so this is something to pay attention to, because it is awesome. Fully automated rail layer. Yep, this is Farrell. This is one of the main, sort of like a Factorio staple these days. A lot of people use it in modded playthroughs. I've never really had any experience with it, but I'm really looking forward to using it. Stijo has personally told me that he really, really enjoys using it, and so I took his advice on board, and I thought, yeah, hey ho, let's add Farrell to the playthrough, so why not? Landfill, another mod that was a staple of the last series. Very, 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 very good mod. Allows you to fill in water and allows you to destroy land, should you wish to do so, with explosions. However, you know how pathetic that is. The explosions are not very, very good, but the ability to reclaim land is super, super powerful, and I love it, and I really think that it should be in base game. You should have the ability to just plonk down land over water and make peninsulas and make islands. Oh man, it's awesome. It's really, really cool. Rail tanker. Pretty simple, adds a rail tank car for transporting liquids. There's a couple more liquids in this game. I certainly want to be transporting them over railway. Railway is super, super cool, and if we can get some more visuals, some tankers in, then that would be awesome. Robot Army. Again, another mod that I do not really have much of an experience with, but it allows you to make robots. Like, what is the problem here? This seems like a perfectly decent mod to me. We get to make robots. Sorted. Fine. Easy peasy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It seems that these guys are kind of low-end-ish. I seem to be able to make them fairly easily. I don't really know how really know how they're going to work. I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm really, really excited to see how they actually do work. The satellite uplink station. Remotely view, explore, attack, or deconstruct by using your spy satellite in orbit. I don't really know if this, A, will work, or B, will ever be useful in the series, but I figured that, hey, it's something at least. The reason that I say it's not going to be useful is because obviously we're going to have to launch the satellite on the rocket, and when we do, that'll be the series over. So I don't know if this is ever going to come in useful, but I guess it's worth a shot. We've installed it. We'll see what the heck happens. Shuttle train. Want to get from one end of your big expansive base to the other? Of course I do. And that's exactly why we're gonna get the shuttle train. I don't figure this mod being super, 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 super useful. But it's just one of those things that we can build into should we want to. I mean, that's a lot of these mods, right? We don't have to do any of them. We don't have to research into any of them. We don't have to ever build any of them. But the fact is that we've got the option to do so, and we've got so much flexibility around that. It really is very, very, very promising. So I'm really excited about that. Tree Farm Light. This is a mod that allows us to make trees, pretty much. All in all, we've got 3 mods in this mod list that actually allow us to grow trees. So perhaps a little bit of overkill, but again, different visuals, a lot of flexibility. We don't have to do anything that we don't want to do. Tree farm, yes, that's really cool. We've also got the Bio Industries, which gives us trees, and also Bob's greenhouse. So the Bob's Mods greenhouse also gives us access to trees. But the tree farm is one that I used a long time ago. I've got a little bit of experience with it, but it's really, really cool. I'm really interested in it, and growing trees, once again, really changes the way that you play with the natural elements of the game. So really excited about that. Uranium power. Oh my goodness. This is a big one. This is a really, really, really big one. And this allows us to have a completely nuclear power setup, quite frankly. And I am so excited for this. Uranium power is so cool, and nuclear power plants are so cool. I think I have a little bit of experience with it. I played with it a long time ago, but not that much. And again, all of the mods that I have used are, I played with them months and months and months and months and months ago. So they could have added stuff, they could have taken away stuff. I have no idea. I just go with the flow, and I'm just telling you about my personal experiences that I've had with uranium power. It's quite difficult to manufacture. Well, it's not difficult to manufacture, but it's quite difficult to set up all of the stuff. There's like a lot of components that go into making uranium power actually work. So they certainly make you work for uranium power. They don't just give it to you on a whim. It's not an easy achievement to get, saying that you've got a nuclear power reactor set up. So it's certainly something that is going to come along, I think, mid-game-ish. It's going to start becoming useful then, but I really don't know. But I really look forward to using it and mucking around with it. The warehousing mod. Warehousing allows you to have large storage building, store all the things. That's exactly it. And I couldn't have summed it up better than what this dude said, the author of the mod, which is Anony Mouse. Pretty darn cool. Allows us to store stuff in big buildings, I guess. So that's kind of cool. Much like Factorissimo, which is kind of, I guess, could be used in a similar way if we just made a factory and then went inside it and, put loads of chests down. But at the same time, it's more visuals, it's more flexibility. We don't have to build anything that we don't want to. It's easy. Water well. So this was something that I'm kind of glad that I ended up getting it now, but I don't think it's going to be hugely, hugely necessary. So the water well allows you to pump water out of the ground, and this just gives you a whole bunch more flexibility rather than running pipes from, the lakes and the little puddles that are on the floor. Again, it's about flexibility and such like, but also in the settings, as I say in the first episode of Factorio Undefeatable, I put the terrain segmentation on low, so that means that there is going to be greater solid land and fewer broken bits of land where there is like a river running down it, for example. I mean, I know you don't really get rivers in Factorio, but there's going to be more land and less water, really. So it's kind of good to have this, even though I don't think it's going to be super, super necessary. Again, I'm glad to have it along for the ride. I'm glad to have everything along for the ride. That's just the way that I roll. And Yoky Industries as well. Yoky Industries is much like Bob's Mods in the way that it completely overhauls the game. And if you've watched the first episode of Factorio Undefeatable, then you will have seen all of the stuff that it adds, and it is truly remarkable. And that's not to mention that we've still got a whole bunch of research to go through the game. Still got a whole bunch more stuff to unlock and explore and muck around with, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to doing that. And it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to the series. It's going to be a bit of a long one, I think, but quite frankly, I'm in for the long haul. It's called Undefeatable for a reason. Damn right. Anyway, ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to my Patreons who have supported me over the last wee while. I really, really appreciate it. Every little helps, and it really means a lot to me. So, ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching this little mod highlight, spotlight thing where we talk about all the mods. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.